Hello, thank you for joining me again. I am Tiffany. I'm here to speak to you about setting realistic goals, part two. Prior, we spoke about taking things slow and how to slide into doing proper eating habits. And now I'm going to go deeper into those eating habits, the things to more so stay away from, such as sugar. So, yes, I am going to go in on sugar today. Sugar is horrible. And you'll hear me probably talking about as we go more and more into week by week, more about high blood pressure and diabetes. Those are very near and dear to my heart because I don't know that there's any person that I personally know that has not been affected with diabetes or high blood pressure. And if not them directly, then someone very close to them, like no one. So it's huge. However, both of those things can be managed through proper diet and exercise, and most of all through diet. A lot of people don't know that. They think once you have high blood pressure, you have it forever. Once you have diabetes, you have it forever. Not true. Not true. You can manage it, you can handle it, you can totally get rid of it. You do not have to live with diabetes forever. You do not have to live with high blood pressure forever. However, as I spoke about before, changing your mindset. Eat the foods that are right for you. You can get rid of it. You can change it. You do not have to be bound by those things. Do not, do not, do not. All right, so sugar. Sugar is horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. You have to try to really decrease the amount of sugar that you take in your body. And yes, starches such as breads, pastas are included in those things. However, what's really bad is all of the ice cream and the donuts, the cakes, the cookies that we love to eat. Bad, bad, bad. Um, so kind of monitor how much of these things that you eat daily, how much of these things that you eat weekly. And when you start trying to reduce it by a quarter. Once you've actually accomplished that, reduce it by half. Once you've accomplished by that, reduce it by 3/4. I'm not going to tell you to reduce it totally. That's not realistic. If you can do it, do it. That's great. Most people are not going to be able to do that, and I would never suggest that you do that. So I would just stay with that 3/4. I think that's a very good goal, and I think it's very good in your limitation and reduction for those high sugars in your bodies. So the things that high sugars can cause, or eating too much high sugar, I guess I should say: high blood pressure, diabetes, weight gain, inflammation. Inflammation is big. So when you have those pains in your knees, your shoulder, your neck, your back, that's generally caused by inflammation. Doesn't necessarily have to be from sugar. However, sugar helps to increase it and cause it all the more. So say you've been in a bad car accident and you now have back problems from that car accident. Well, eating too much sugar can cause those back pains to flare up all the more. So you want to reduce that sugar intake, and that will reduce the more that those flare-ups happen in your back, neck pain, whatever the case may be. Those that even have arthritis, reducing sugar intake can reduce the inflammation and the amount of pain. Even the intensity of the pain can be lessened, and then the more that you experience it can also be lessened. So these things are things to take into consideration about sugar. I mean, it's just that serious, and it's just that big of a deal that it causes all of these aches and pains in your in your body rather. And you can just get rid of these things by simply reducing the sugar. However, sugar is a serious addiction. Like, you can get really addicted to it, and most likely if you eat it, you already are. So that's why my mindset for that is to reduce it slowly. And when you come off of sugar, it'll be like detoxing, because you will crave it. You will probably get headaches. All of these things come with it because your body is truly addicted to it. All the more reason to try and get it out of your diet, as much of it out of your diet as you possibly can. Um, so reduce those sodas, reduce the candy, reduce the cakes, the cookies, the ice cream, reduce the the pasta and the breads. Again, none of this has to be permanently taken out of your diet. I would never suggest that it be permanently taken out of your diet. However, it does need to be drastically reduced out of your diet. Sorry, but it does. So we can get those things taken care of, get that high blood pressure under control, get the diabetes under control, because you can do it. You can. Again, changing your mindset, getting to it, doing the right things, reducing slowly but surely. Keep it steady. Again, if you fall, don't worry about it. Get back up and start over and do it until you succeed, and you will succeed, because you're going to change your mindset and you're going to get it right. So let's go with that. All right. So some other things, when you have diabetes, it's because your pancreas is being affected. A lot of times when you eat too much sugar, it's an overload for your body. So you have too much sugar that's being carried all through your body, all through your blood vessels. And so your pancreas is trying to work to reduce it and reduce it and reduce it, and it's constantly in an overload. And that's generally how diabetes starts, is because now you're causing your pancreas to fail, and that's its main job, is to keep those sugar levels balanced in your body. So when you're just overloading on banana bread or peach cobbler, pound cake, all of these things, you're putting your pancreas to too much work. So let's just work on those sugars. Reducing those sugars is very, very important. Now, some of the factors with diabetes, if you already have diabetes, or you're borderline diabetes, or you just want to not even have to deal with it, period. Exercise. Exercise is great. Next in line to eating properly and changing your diet is exercise. Because exercise is going to take all of those high sugars that are left in your blood, it's going to reduce those. It's going to eat it up. It's going to like gobble it, and take it out of your blood system. Exercise is very, very important for those that already have diabetes or borderline diabetic. Exercise, exercise, exercise. If you go for a brisk walk, and I mean brisk, I don't mean the walk that you do around the mall and you're just kind of going. No, you need a brisk walk. A brisk walk. Something that kind of gets your heart rate going a little bit, where you're actually burning those calories. A jog, if you're able to jog. A run, if you're able to run. Doing some exercises around the house, if you want to do some jumping jacks. Jump rope. Skipping around, just some type of movement to get your heart rate up. Doesn't really matter what it is. It doesn't have to be something that's just in order and in sync. Just moving your body, getting your heart rate up, burns those calories, and it burns those sugars off. So it will absolutely help. So if you're able to do that, do it. Mind you, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a dietitian. I am just someone that has done their own research. I've dealt with high blood pressure myself. I've totally gotten rid of it. So if I've done it, you can do it. Now, I understand that other people have, other sicknesses, diseases, all of these things, that it just doesn't come that easy to them. I understand that. Not really referring to you, but you can definitely speak to your own doctor in regards to it, and what you should do to properly manage yourself. But it can be done. I'm a living testimony that it absolutely can be done. You can do it. And that's one of the things I had to do, was change my mindset, change how I ate, the things that I ate. And I think a big misconception for a lot of people is that you have to be obese or severely overweight to even have these problems of diabetes and high blood pressure. Not true. I was literally probably only about 10, 15 pounds heavier than what I am now. And I was dealing with high blood pressure, extreme high blood pressure, about looking at 180 over 101 for my blood pressure. So very, very high. So I was at serious levels with my high blood pressure. And I drastically reduced that through diet first and then exercise. And I've been on that ever since, because that's not something that I wanted to do. I don't want to take medicine forever. That's just not something I want to do. And then all these medicines you take, sometimes or a lot of times you have side effects. Those side effects cause this side effects. That's just not for me. And I hope it's not for you. So fight it, do something about it, because you can. You can and you will. You don't have to live with these things. You can get rid of it. You can fight it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it, because you can. But just think about it. Think about changing your mindset, what you need to set that's realistic for you, what you maybe need to start taking out of your diet first, and whether or not you want to start with the harder things for you, start with the easier things for you, however you need to do it so that you can achieve and accomplish the goal that you set for you. So think about those things and set a goal, write it down, so that you're able to maintain that goal, well, reach it and then maintain it. Because we're thinking long, we're just not thinking short term, we're thinking lifetime. What can you do to make sure that you have a healthy, long life years from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? What's going to help you? What's going to be beneficial for you? But just think about these things, get your mind wrapped around it, and you can and you will. I'm going to then go ahead and post some more videos. If you all watch my videos, I'm going to do some with some weight training. I believe this one is only going to call for you to have 3 or 5 pound weights, so you can check that out. It'll be coming to YouTube as well. Remember to go to my page, and you can like it, subscribe to it, and when I post these new videos, it'll automatically come to you. But keep all of these things in the back of your mind. With this sugar, it's horrible. I'm going to continue to say that, horrible, horrible, horrible. But I will come out with and have another video for you next week. I'll be posting new weekly workouts as well. But you all have a nice day. Be blessed. Love you all. Bye-bye.